Florida State defense is going through a little bit of a change, it looks like. What do you expect from them Monday night?
Expect an outstanding defense. Those guys, they've lost some faces, but those guys have played a ton of football. And great speed, great experience coming back in their secondary. They got experience in the D-line and at linebacker. They've played a lot of ball, even though some of them haven't been top starters before. And speed and athleticism is outstanding.
There's some question, 3-4 or 4-3. I mean, does that even really matter to you, or?
I think you just got to be prepared for it all, which is hard. It's hard with the prep, but you do. You're not sure what you're going to see. You do your best to try to figure those things out, but you got the kids trying to get them prepared for anything.
Are you satisfied with what you're seeing from Isaac since he got back on the field?
Yeah, you know what? He's coming along. We'll kind of see where he's at. He's doing a little bit more each day, and which is encouraging, and I think he's building confidence. But we'll kind of see where that goes as the week progresses.
How do you prepare for openers are kind of tricky, especially a defense that's got some holes to fill as they do. But do you have an idea of the guys that might be starting or their tendencies, or how do you approach that?
I do. I think you can see a lot of the players that played last year, because they have been on the field and they have played. So you get an idea of your matchup from that. Scheme-wise is where it comes up with a lot of questions, and you're not 100% sure. So you got to do what you do well, and that you feel that you got a great foundation in, and it's really kind of making sure that you're great at the things that you want to be great at, and be able to kind of match it up against multiple things, because you're not 100% sure.
Do you feel more confident about the foundation now than you did maybe this time last year before your first game?
A base understanding for the group, absolutely. Now, I think that hedges with the fact that there's some young faces in that group too that kind of haven't been through it before. But you do. You feel like the older guys definitely have a stronger grasp of what you're trying to do, and it's more than just the lines on the page to them. And the younger guys are kind of coming along with it.
I mean, obviously, it sort of depends what happens with other guys, but how comfortable would you feel, if Rashid had to go out there and play running back Monday night?
I got great confidence in all those guys. Whether we get down the line, if Isaac's great, or where Malcolm is, where James is, where Rashid is, I think we got to feel confident in anyone that kind of takes that role, and they got to be strong in making sure they're fundamentally sound and making good decisions on the field and taking care of the ball. And I do. I feel good about that group now. Where we're at the end of this week, we'll see.
How much, as far as the three tight ends, I mean, you really expect to mix and match a lot. How much are you going to count on those guys in the passing game?
I think it just depends. I think it's always a fight. It depends what personnel groups that you're rolling with, at the different ways you're going to protect. So we'll see. We'll see how involved that they are. I think they're capable. I think all of them are capable of being productive in the passing game, but kind of see how the game plan develops.
You like having those extra bodies there, some guys with different skill sets. Is it more flexible than it was last year with those guys?
I think you truly have competition at every position, and you're not deep, but there is true competition, and there's guys fighting for roles. It might not be someone fighting to win, a particular job, but we can be in 11 personnel then if we can't get it done in 12, or if we can't get it done in 21, we can go to. You got options now.
Where are the fullbacks going to fit in your offense?
I think they'll blend in kind of as the tight ends have. I think that's been kind of the MO a little bit, is just try to have those guys blend, and they are different body types. Some are better suited for certain roles, but I don't think there's anything that can't blend over for each one of them.
What did Tyler Boyd do to establish himself, and at least at the outset, sit atop the depth chart?
I think one, he just he was in and on every day. You know what I mean? Didn't miss anything. Fought his tail off, battled through, continued. Probably hit the wall at some point, and then battled through that, and just showed the detail, showed an approach that with an energy and an effort level, and he's got some great natural ability. So I think that mindset and that approach to it, combined with what he naturally has, is what got him there. Now he's got to keep fighting his tail off and keep learning, and keep pushing his knowledge base. But been real excited about how he's come along.
you ask him to do and be responsible for all the same things you would ask an upperclassman to be responsible for in that position, or you trim it down a little bit because he's a freshman?
I think you have to. You know what I mean? It's too hard to figure out who's in the game when and get him out for this play. I mean, you know, he is taking on the full responsibility of the position.
Anything else?